Story time. Okay, so before I start my story time, if you like this channel, hit like. If you hate me, hit hate. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to prove that you can actually have a mortgage channel and have more than 12 subscribers. Shocking, I know, probably won't happen. Anyways, okay, so I was on Instagram because that's how I calm down, which is not healthy at all. But like if I'm stressed or whatever, I go and I scroll until my mind is numb. Not good, but common, right? And I saw this lender, and this lender has some interesting graphics always going on, which I can't talk about, but it's always funny. And I was watching him, and he's like, guys, the number one thing everyone should be doing right now is taking out an equity line. No, that is absolutely not what you should be doing. So for generations, decades, since the millennium of lending, lenders have been pushing that you should take out an equity line in case of an emergency. Okay, here's the fun fact. So a lot of people did that prior to 2008. They took out equity lines in case there was an emergency. Do you know what happened as soon as 2008 hit? All those equity lines were cut. That's right. As soon as a lender sees risk, they cut it, and they have a right to do that with equity lines. Now that's unless you pull out all the cash now. But if you're pulling out all the cash now, that's going to be at a pretty high interest rate if you look at what's going on in the market. So do you really want to be paying, gosh, I don't even know, 6 plus, 7 plus, 8 plus, 9 plus, 10 plus, 12 plus to have money sitting there in case of an emergency? No, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? No. Now, why is this lender pushing equity lines? Oh, there's so many reasons. Okay, number one, he gets paid on every equity line that he does. Number two, guess what? We do a lot of refinances because of equity line. I know I'm being annoying in this video, but equity lines, that's what we do a lot of refinances of. It's like normal. So basically what's going to happen if someone takes out an equity line right now, and let's say rates do go down at the end of next year, every lender is going to be reaching out going, hey, don't you want to combine those two? You know that equity line's like a bomb, right? There's not a lot of equity lines that are fixed. The one that we offer is fixed. It's fixed, guys. It's not this adjustable mortgage of doom, but most of the equity lines being sold are adjustable mortgages of doom. So they lead to refinances because people get into a position where maybe it's 10 years interest only, but then when it goes to principal and interest, they can't afford the payment. So they have to combine the first and second. So the more people with equity lines, the more people who will ultimately need to refinance. So what are good reasons to take out an equity line? Let's say that you need to do something like in vitro. Okay, that's fair, right? Let's say that you don't want to sell your house, but you really need another bathroom. Otherwise, you're miserable. Okay, a remodel could be a good reason for an equity line. With both of these, I would be saying you should do a fixed equity line instead of playing, roll the dice of doom, right? Make sure you can afford the fully amortized locked payment. Because if you can't afford that, you're just putting yourself in a position where you may have to refinance that beautiful low mortgage that you're trying to preserve by getting an equity line. So there are some reasons where getting an equity line makes sense, but just getting one to have one, that doesn't make sense. Not for you guys. For the lender, it makes a lot of sense, but for you, it doesn't. So really be careful, guys. Watch out for this type of marketing. I've said it a million times this year. Lenders are starving. Mortgage companies are closing. They're consolidating. It is not your job to feed them. It is your job to protect your wallet, to protect your family's finances, and to protect yourself. Okay? So once again, buyer beware. HELOCs, do not get one just to get one. Thanks for watching.